In automated mass production, speed is everything. It's always been about pounds on the ground, whether you're stamping, forming, machining, and the increased speed of equipment has put pressure on the metrology side. It's very difficult to inspect parts that are coming off a line at blazing speed. I'm with Eric Nemitz. He's Director of New Business Development for API. Now, Eric, we're standing in front of a very unique smart factory inspection system, I understand.
Correct. Yeah, API developed the Smart Factory Inspection System. It integrates the laser tracker that we invented 28 years ago with a robotic sequence. So what we're doing here is we're tracking 6-stop freedom with a end effector. We're showing drilling and tapping operation on an aerospace part, and we are also scanning. So the scanning device is developed with a infrared technology that allows us to scan shiny parts.
Now, in this case, we're looking at an application here which is clearly an automotive stamping. We're looking at a classic sort of floor pan or inner door structure panel. We're also looking at a panel here which is strongly reminiscent of an aerospace composite panel. Now, those are two completely different industries that have somewhat different requirements. The system works for either?
Well, you can work integrated solutions together. So what we're trying to show is the application where we're bringing the robotic sequence in a more accurate environment, so drilling and tapping, and also inspection. On the sheet metal side, we've been known to take this inline and nearline.
Now, in the you mentioned inline and nearline. Historically, of course, the model that I remember as a manufacturing professional back in the day is quality happens in a climate-controlled room, which is at the back of the plant. I've got to pull a first off on a production run off, get it qualified, and then based on SPC sampling regime, pull a certain number of parts off. Can you get right up where the action is happening and measure on the line?
Yeah, that's the intent here. The customers demanded that we have it near-line solution, so they're really wanting to take away from the CMM environment and get it where the operator can place the part in. This solution, as it's built in the factory currently, uses a laser projector to align the part, so the operator can have a low level of operation.
Would you foresee this replacing a large gantry type CMM in, say, an automotive environment?
Yes, replacing CMMs, replacing gauges. That's what's been going on for years and years. So this application, this customer-centric application, was developed to replace all of those items.
Now, Eric, one of the reasons why SPC was developed because the impracticality of 100% inspection in a mass production environment. We're talking about a machine which operates very quickly. We're watching it scan this stamping fast. Is it possible to go to 100% inspection and simply reject SPC as a concept?
Well, they call it containment. So if you have it closer to the line, you're going to increase the frequency of inspection. So generally, depending on the process and controlling of CPK, you would want to maybe increase the sampling rate and maybe decrease the points that you measure.
And Eric, which industries do you anticipate would be ideally suited for this setup? This automotive, aerospace?
Automotive, aerospace, casting environments, typically large scale, I'd say a meter to more 6 meter volume.
Is it from a training perspective? Is it difficult to? How do you get operators up and running with this? How do your QC personnel interact? How do they extract the data?
Well, we've developed the sequence, so it's open architecture. If the customer is using some very solid programs out there as far as interoperability of softwares, we've developed this system to integrate into the other main non-contact 3D scanning companies.
In the example we're looking at here, we're actually seeing a drilling head, in this case actually a cutting tool, an inspection tool, operating in close proximity to each other. Would that be a typical installation you set up? Would you be sort of functionally working apart and measuring it so close together?
No, I would not recommend that. Typically, we're just showing drilling and tapping and inspection and also sheet metal.
Yeah. So to purchase this solution, then you would come in and simply supply the robot, the sense heads, integrate the entire operation?
So API works with integrators. We also can perform the integration work. Depending on the customer, we have that full capability and scope of work.
High-speed, automated, smart factory inspection from API.